back to the River Shark Prospecting channel. Today, we wanted to kind of go over how we started, what we started with, and where we're at today, and the upcoming season, which is going to be in a few months. So, I want to show you guys this was our very first classifier. My wife bought this for me at a thrift store. It fit in those ice cream buckets, around ice cream buckets, perfectly. And so we used to use this to classify our dirt when we first started. This would be our 4th season digging for gold recreationally, and we're very excited about it. We're going to have hopefully some new equipment. We'll see. But anyway, this was our first classifier. Pretty cool. So the first gold pans consisted of these style. This one had those pretty sharp riffles. This little thing supposedly got a little bit of that whatever sealant in this thing, which we don't use this anymore anyway. Still use these for cleanup. They work good. This is an older style pan though. So we went from that to one of these. This has got some pretty sharp ripples right here, and it's got some little mini riffles right here. We used that for, I think, 2.5 years ago. We used that one extensively, and then we found these, the Garrett Super Sluice, which is what I use mainly, is this Garrett Super Sluice. My wife prefers a different pan, which is out in the truck, and I don't care to go get it. So anyway, I like this pan the best. So they're pretty cool. So speaking of classifiers, after we got fed up with using that, we started buying 5-gallon buckets, which everybody sees, but everybody knows what those are. We started buying these Stansport classifiers. The only problem with these is right around here, they start getting chewed up, and this whole entire piece of plastic breaks off right about here. And this one's brand new, so it's not worn out yet, but I've had a few of them snap off right there, and you got to drill them and try to reattach them. So this worked really good for a couple years. We used these, and I ordered this one. This is for like final cleanup, really fine mesh. And then we seen that video, which I still don't know, I haven't been able to find it, but Jason from Flower Gold Wizards did put a video out on how to build one of these. So then I built this classifier, which we'll be using pretty much till this thing wears out, or I do, one of the two, which I'm guessing I'll wear out long before this. Anyway, this is good. We only got maybe a couple of months out of this last year, so we'll get a whole season this year out of it. Pretty cool though. So you can see we went from this to this style and this little one to something like this, which if you look at this, you'll be able to, all the dirt comes out through here, the bottom. I mean, it makes classifying so much faster, so much easier. And as Jason said, all the stuff bounces off the sides, which basically it classifies much faster. So Jason, if you happen to see this video, if you can find that one where you were in your garage and you were showing on the floor how to create these angles and build this, maybe repost it. So we've showed you our pans, what we use. That when we first started, I didn't have a lot of money. Still don't, but had less. So I bought some air dry clay, and I tried making my own pattern for catching gold. And well, I kept it just because I thought it was cool, but it was a pretty big failure. But hey, at least I tried. It was still kind of cool. I'll show you guys that. You know, I mean, we made our silicone mats. Didn't really work out the best, but if you guys have any other ideas on how to make a silicone mat, I'm willing to try it. But at least I tried. So we went from that. let me grab this over here. Be right back. This one's kind of filthy, but that's okay. That's what they're designed for. So then we went and we bought, this is a Stand Sport. This right here is SC prospecting mat. That's something I bought off Amazon. This came with little metal riffles. It came with a little stud right here. Came with expanded metal, and it came with carpet. And I took all that out. I made kind of a weird pattern with silicone up here, a couple little sharp riffles, and then I put these riffles in for catching gold. And this thing actually works really well. We may actually use this again this year, but I found that they're really kind of short. So I just think that maybe a longer sluice is probably better. You get more area for fine gold to settle out in. But either way, this was our first sluice box we bought 4 years ago. And we modified it, as you can see, quite extensively. So, our next sluice box purchase was this one. We bought this one, which you guys seen us use this all last summer, which I'm sure we'll use this plenty again this summer. It worked extremely well. No complaints. This thing was really awesome. It did a great job. The only downside is these two pieces right here broke, the little feet that locks it in, but you can see it still kind of holds itself in through friction or whatnot. So anyway, we're going to use this again this summer. This is a sluice box, so we'll be using that. Really enjoyed it. It worked pretty well. So we bought this sluice box about 2 years ago. This little guy, just as a tryout. A friend of mine bought one, and it worked fairly well. So I bought it, and this thing actually works. Let's take a little quick look at it. You see here, it's got little deep riffles, little nugget trap, another little nugget trap. Really fine riffles this. I mean, this thing actually works. My opinion was it was a gimmick, but this thing actually works. It really does catch gold. So, pretty cool. Then, we seen Dream Mat a few years ago. So I found these. These have all of a sudden become very popular. You see them all over YouTube. A lot of people using these designs. This one, however, I found is the easiest to spot gold in. I know it's a Christmas design, but this design has been extremely easy to spot gold in. Maybe because of all the different colors, I don't know, but really like it. So you'll be seeing us use this a lot this summer. So we got that. So our first shovel, I think, is out in my truck, but this is one similar to like it. That's what we started digging with. This one of these little foldable guys, and we had that little round classifier, ice cream buckets, and one of these. That's what we started digging with. Really had no idea what we're doing, had no idea what gold actually looked like. I think at one point I was snuffering up pyrite thinking it was gold. Learned very quickly that it was not. And anyway, so I think the other one like this is probably in my truck somewhere. I don't know. I'll find it some other day. So we went from that and we bought one of these, just a regular spade shovel. You can buy them anywhere. Pretty much any hardware store carries them. So we bought a spade shovel. Started running that. And then we went to bed one night and I had a dream. And so I dreamt of this design, woke up, wrote the plans, and I seriously studied the internet for about 3 months before even building one. I assumed somebody had built one of these already, and to my surprise, nobody had. I couldn't find it. So I built this. It's designed to, so as you're digging either deep, fast moving, or whatever body of water you want, you open it, and the whole idea is your dirt goes in here. As you shove it in, And then if you have fast water moving over it, around it, or even going whatever direction the water is moving, or if it's deep. If you try taking it in deep water with one of these, and you start bringing that out, what's going to happen? That water, the friction is going to start pulling dirt off your shovel, and you'll be left with mainly just like big rocks in your shovel. The little stuff will have all washed away, which is where most of your gold's at. This one solves that problem. So it goes in, it does not come out until you open it to let it out. Now, this one is quite heavy. I've sent a few of these out, and everybody said they're heavy. They're about 13 pounds, I think. Which, again, like I said before, I think they have to be heavy because I find that they're probably easier to control in the fast-moving or deeper water. The head's going to want to sink right to the bottom where you're going to be digging. But like I said, now the holidays are over, we are going to try to build one out of aluminum. The shovel itself will remain steel, but we're going to build somehow the aluminum head, which will go on, which will probably cut the weight by about half. So we'll let you guys know how that goes here pretty soon. So we also built one of these, a hand dredge, which is pretty tight, works really well. We got little screws in there to keep from sucking up anything too big. But this thing does work pretty good. It's pretty simple to make, pretty easy to build. So we'll be using that this summer. Let's see. So our first rock crusher we bought was one of these. I think I bought this 2.5 years ago. And this thing's okay, but my goodness, does it put a workout on your arms and your neck. I mean, just that bang, bang. So I still use it only after I use this one, the hydraulic press. This one breaks the bigger rocks down, and then you can use this to powder it up, which doesn't take much effort. And there you go. So we went from that to building rock crushing equipment. This was our very first. This was a Bounty Hunter, about $99 metal detector, which honestly, it worked. I mean, we found bullets, we found bottle caps and all that, but we didn't really find any gold with it. So I don't know if it's really in tune with gold or not. It stopped working anyway, just by itself. It just quit. So it was an okay starter. It was good, I guess, for what it was. So I found this on Facebook for my wife. She'll be using it this summer. This is a Fisher 1212X. It's an older model, but it'll still work. Fisher is really, really good at finding, I don't want to just say gold, but it's really good at finding mineralization, such as gold, silver, coins, rings, etc. The Fisher Gold Bug 2 works really well, but I do not have one of those currently. But anyway, we'll get this thing out there and we'll give it a try and see how it does this summer. And it's out in my truck. I don't feel like going and getting it, but I do have a Mine Lab Vanquish series metal detector. Works really good. It tells you, such as like my ring right here, it shows up as number 13. I've scanned a few nuggets with it, and it shows up between 11 and 13. So those are the numbers you want to look for as far as gold with the Vanquish series. Between 11 and 13 is what I've found. Now, I haven't found any gold with it yet, because all I've found is like usually 16 to 20, which was aluminum. But we'll keep looking with it. Eventually we'll find something, right? Okay, so obviously you guys know what that is. That's a snuffer. And we have our little weigh scale, which we bought from Amazon 3 years ago. Has a little calibration weight so you can make sure it's weighing up correctly. Hey, look at that. Huh. I didn't know those were even there. I don't know if you can see those or not, but there's a couple pieces of gold right there in my scale. Well, we'll look at those in a little bit. I'll put them in a pan and we'll look at them. Weird. Anyway, okay, got a little thing too for that. But... Okay, so let's get today's video started now that I've kind of let you guys see how we started. So that's pretty much how we started. We started with a little shovel, a little steamer, which we used as a classifier, ice cream buckets. That's it. That's what we started with. And now we've got all this other stuff. Oh, I forgot to show you too. Let me grab the phone here. Hold on one second. We also have that right there, which I'm not going to get out and fold that. It's huge. But that is our Gold Hog high banker. That thing is a monster. That thing will move a lot of dirt very quickly. Sorry if my hand's getting in the way. Okay, so for nostalgia's sake, we're going to run this classifier to run this paydirt, this bag of paydirt we just opened. So let's get that done. Then we're going to run this one. I'm grabbing their pan here. Very dry. Alright. Now we're going to run that. The rest of these rocks through here. Good. So let's look at each classification. So this one here is what would not go through this, my very first round classifier. This one here is everything that went through this, and this one here is everything that would not go through that. And this right here is everything that would not go through that. So we're going to go ahead and get busy and run this stuff now. All right, so we're going to start by running this through the sluice. This is our other classification. Let's go ahead and run it, see if we find anything. Get it wet. And we'll run it. All right, run the next classification down. So there was 1 gram guaranteed in this bag. So it's probably all going to be in a smaller classification. I didn't see any big gold, anything like that, so I'm going to go ahead and run this down and see what we find. Pretty dirty. I'm not seeing a lot of gold showing up yet, so I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay. Let that thing clear out for a bit and we'll shut it down and see what we're seeing there. And we'll clean the sluice up. We'll look for both sluices and see what we're finding there. Then we're going to pan through all the other bigger stuff. And they said there was 1 gram, so we're going to find out. So I see some gold right there, right down in here. There's some gold, there's some right there, some right here, So, yeah, there's gold in there. I don't know if I really see any in all those rocks, but anyway, we'll go ahead and get this stuff cleaned up, get it panned out, and we'll see how much we end up with. Be right back. Okay. See this, I can pan this out. This is all out of our sluice box. We're going to pan the other classifications in a second. Okay, we'll pull this thing back. We got about that much in there, so we're going to pull this thing back and look at it. Look at all that black sand. Okay, so there's the result. That's from the stuff that ran through the sluice. Now we're going to pan all the bigger stuff out. Then we'll dry it all up and we'll weigh it. Okay, so this is our largest classification. Don't think we'll find anything in there, but you never know until we look. No. Okay, this was our last classification. I'm going to go ahead and pan this one out. Nothing. So, okay, well. Okay, we're going to go ahead and clean that, dry that gold up. We'll weigh it and see what it weighs. Be right back. So this was the dirt that was left in our Gold Rush nugget bucket. I'm going to go ahead and pan it out, see if we found anything. I don't really think I'll find much, but we're going to pan it anyway. You hear the puppy in there barking his brains out. Nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and try that gold and see if we equal a gram. So, I made a mistake. We actually got more. We got 0.3 yesterday. We got 0.81 today, which makes it 0.11 grams. So we got 0.11 grams of gold over what the bag was promised. I made a mistake. So if any of you could leave us a comment, let me know what mistake I made. Then whoever gets it right, I will mail that full gram of gold out to you. So leave us a comment, let us know what you guys think I did as a mistake. We want to thank everybody for watching our videos. We have 5 new subscribers. I can't see who they are yet. But either way, I want to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to our channel. It really helps. And thank you for all of you who are watching our videos. Can't wait for the next couple of months to go by. May will be here before you know it. Back to live digging in May. So until then, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again for all that you guys do for our channel. Just watching our videos and commenting and liking and sharing is huge. We really can't thank you enough. So again, leave me a comment. Let me know what I did wrong. And whoever gets it right, I will put that whole gram of gold in the mail to you right away. Thanks again. See you next time.